I think adults forgot something kids never had to be taught. Do you remember when we were little? No one had to convince us to use our imagination. No one had to remind us to be creative. We just go grab our crayons or build a fort out of couch cushions and pillows, make up stories with action figures and dolls, pretend the floor was lava. You know, we didn't need permission to enjoy being alive. Somewhere along the way, that changed as we grew into our adulthood. The older I get, the more I realize before we were employees, before we were ever, professional students, before we were trying to prove ourselves to people, at our finest, at our true nature, at the heart of it all, we were creators. I mean, come on, think about it. Our first instinct wasn't productivity, it was curiosity. We painted before we ever learned how to write an essay. We played before we ever got worried. We asked the questions before we cared about if we were looking smart or dumb for asking. Life felt like something to experience instead of something to survive. And I think that's why adulthood catches so many of us off guard. Because one day you wake up and your calendar's full. Bills are due. Your responsibilities, they're freaking very much real. But somehow you've stopped asking yourself what you actually enjoy. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not one of those people who's going to tell you to quit your job tomorrow, honestly. I think social media has done a lot of damage by making people feel like, like their 9 to 5 is automatically meaning, you're not up to par with society. I don't believe in that crap, but I do work for a big tech company, and for the first time in my career, I genuinely feel taken care of. Not because work is perfect, not because every day is exciting, but because I know when I show up and do my part, I'm able to take care of myself. I'm able to take care of my son. I'm able to take care of the people that I love. There's peace, peace of mind in that. And I don't think we should be ashamed of finding peace and stability. But here's where I think we get it backwards, The job was never supposed to be your entire identity. It's supposed to support your life, not replace it. I don't clock out at the end of the day because I'm done living. I clock out because now I get to work on the dreams that, belong to me. I get to write, I get to game, I get to create. I get to be a mom. I get to spend time with the people that I love. People who want to spend time with me. My favorite 5 to 9 is building things that didn't exist before, that I decided to make, that I poured into because I'm passionate about it. And the crazy part is, when I actually make time for the things that make me feel alive, I'll go back to work better the next morning. I'm more focused, more patient, definitely more grateful. I'm not dragging myself through the day because I didn't spend the night before wishing my life looked different. I poured something back into myself. Maybe that's what we're missing. Maybe the goal isn't escaping work, Maybe the goal is actually making sure work isn't the only thing that's left. Because somewhere along the way, a lot of us stopped creating. Not because we lost the ability to. It's because I think we've convinced ourselves we'd get back to it later, right? Later when the bills are paid, When life slows down, I'll get to it. When I'm less tired, I'm just drained tonight, I'll do it later. But later has a funny way of never showing up for you. Maybe today isn't the day you quit your job. Maybe today is just the day you pick up the camera again, open that notebook again, learn that song, go outside, touch grass, call that friend, start the thing, that you've been talking yourself out of doing for years. Not because doing that thing will make you rich, but because it reminds you that you're still alive. I don't think we're here just to survive until Friday. I think we're here to experience life, to laugh, to build, to love people, and to make memories with those people that we love, to create things, that live outside of us. And I think if work can help you do that, then fucking just let it. Just don't let it convince you that it's all there is for you. Because the version of you that used to imagine impossible things, that person isn't gone. I believe they've just been waiting for us to make time for them again. And if you're still here and you've been really listening this whole time, I hope tonight you make time for something that has nothing to do with proving your worth. I appreciate you for being here. I love you. I'll sit with you in the next one. Peace.